just landed on it quite heavily, more heavily than I'd landed on it previously, and obviously from surgery I've still got some sort of scar tissue and stuff in there, and just the impact of the landing just affected a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with it, it's all good.
And how far are you from using using the right elbow in batting or in throwing?
I've been batting since I've been here, haven't I? So that's been no problem, and I'm throwing probably at about 70 or 80%, so a couple more weeks and should be back to throwing at 100%.
Steve, was this part of the process that you could play these matches and recover during the games?
Can't hear you, sorry, someone.
Yeah, the elbow.
Can you stop, please?
Yeah, was it part of your recovery process that you actually play matches and that helps the elbow recover better? You didn't need to rest it as such? That was not
obviously, I was a little bit restricted throwing at the start of the tournament, and I've gradually built up throughout. Where I've been able to field in more hot spots, I've been at mid-off a bit more and things like that. I haven't gone outside of the circle, but I've still been able to get involved a bit more in the game, which has been nice. I think just the loads from batting and stuff is good for the elbow to keep the rehab sort of ticking along, and it's all going really well. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Steve, you had mentioned at the end of the previous match that the Bangalore match, this RCB match, is going to be your last before you join the Australian team. So can you reflect on your performances this season and how you feel you've gone, especially since this is probably your first time playing big time cricket after a bit of a break?
Yeah, I think I've probably taken a little while to sort of warm into things again. The start of the tournament didn't go as well as I would have liked personally or collectively as a group. But I think, the more I've batted, the better I've felt as the tournament's gone on. And being able to contribute to a couple of wins in the last probably 2 weeks has been really good. And for us, I guess, collectively as a group now, I think we've won 3 out of our last 4. And it's very important for us to win the last 2 games to give ourselves any chance to qualify. We can't think about other results and things like that. All we can focus on is how we're playing, and hopefully the boys can get over the line tomorrow night and then go and win in Delhi as well and give ourselves every chance of qualifying.
Steve, this is the first time you have the IPL leading into the 50 over World Cup. Will that sort of impact preparations? Will that change in format? Will that sort of have a bearing on what happens in England next month?
I think T20 cricket almost prepares you well for 50 over cricket nowadays. The way the game's played, 50 overs is almost an extended version of T20. I think the way the game's evolved over the last particularly few years. I think it's been a good preparation. Personally for me to be able to play and just spend time in the middle and things like that with the white ball against quality oppositions and the best players from India and around the world. So preparation wise I'm really comfortable. I head home and I have we have 3 practice matches against New Zealand and a couple of warm-up matches when we get to England, so plenty of time to prepare and be ready to play.
Steve, could you just talk about Shreyas Gopal? How has he evolved as a leg spinner through the season?
Yeah, he's been terrific for us. Every time we've given him the ball, he's done a job for us. He's taken wickets, big wickets, mind you. He's got big players out, which is really important. He's confident in his skill set. He's bowling good variations, both with pace and different balls, googlies and sliders and leg spinners. He's mixing things up, which I think is what you need to do as a leg spinner. He's confident in his skills, and I think he's been, his batting's underrated as well. He's come in and played some very handy cameos for us at the end that have helped get us over the line on a couple of occasions. So and taken some really good catches throughout the tournament as well. So he's a package that's been, it's been huge for us this year, and I think he's going to take a lot of confidence from the way he's bowled throughout this season, and hopefully take that into the future as well.